When I think about my personal brand, I think about my story. Not just what I do, but who I am, where I've come from, what I believe, and what I feel that God is calling me to do. And after reading Signorelli's Story Branding 2.0, I started thinking about my life through the story branding process. So let's start with the backstory, right? My mom was a teenage parent. My dad was absent. So my great grandparents stepped in, took me under their wings, and they adopted me. And that became my parents. Every female in my family were teenage parents. So it was very important to me to break the generational cycles. So one thing that I'm really proud of is at 28, I had my first child. It had nothing to do with the age that I thought it was appropriate. It had everything to do with me making a different choice than what my family had done in the past and allowing that choice to be the thing that shaped my future for my family. Um, so when I think about characterizing my brand, I think about who am I on the inside and how that shows up on my outside. On the inside, I'm faith driven, I'm social, outgoing, goofy, and I'm kind of an old spirit, but I'm also creative. So that very thing is what people see on the outside, right? I sing, I write songs, I lead worship, I create and edit videos. I also work with social media and help grow social media platforms at different churches. So those are some of the things people may see when they look at me, but underneath all of that is my faith and my desire to use those gifts for God. That's where I really connect with Signorelli's ideal that a brand isn't just about what it says about itself. It's about what people come to believe because they consistently see it. That's really important to me. I don't want to just say that I'm a person of faith. I want people to actually see my faith through how I live. The next part is the prospects, the people that I'm trying to connect with. So that brings me to at-risk youth. I was an at-risk youth. This is not something I'm saying because it sounds good. It's personal. Um, I know what it feels like for someone to look at your situation and potentially say, you know what, you're not going to be anything. And I can tell you a million reasons why you're not going to succeed. But someone saw something different in me. Someone saw potential. That potential is what took me to college. That potential is what brought me back to my grad school. That potential is what allowed me to make decisions for myself that was better than what I've made in the past. And if someone hadn't taken the time to see me, I honestly don't know where I would be today. So when I think about who I want to connect with, I think about young people who need someone to see them, to see their potential, and to remind them that your circumstances do not determine your future. That's where I think connecting the characters become really important in my story. I understand them because I've been there. And because I've been there, I want to use my experiences and my gifts to help someone move forward. And of course, every story has obstacles. For me, those obstacles were generational patterns, circumstances surrounding my childhood, and the challenges that came with being an at-risk youth. I don't see those things as the end of my story. I see them as part of the story that helped shape me. Now I'm able to look at those experiences differently and think they all gave me the heart for people that I have today. I also believe that God gave me multiple gifts, right? Just not one. I'm creative. I'm musical. I'm a communicator. I can sing. I can write. I can edit. I can lead worship. My undergrad was in early childhood education. My master's is in social media management. So I get the question all the time, like, how did you choose your master's program? They are nothing alike, but for me, they connect really well. Um, Education is all about understanding people and helping them grow. Social media is also about understanding people, but communicating in a way that connects with them. And then there's ministry, where communication, creativity, and connection is just as important. But out of everything I do, worship is where my heart is. I believe God can use me in education. I believe God can use me in social media. I believe that God can use me with young people. He can use me in ministry. But worship is really at the center of my calling. And for me, worship isn't just about hopping on the stage and singing songs and giving a show. No, that's nothing close to what I believe worship is. Worship is a lifestyle. It's what I do every day. It's what I do when people are not watching. Um, I want people to see God through everything that I do, every place that I enter, everything that I touch. So when I think about my I am statement, I would say I'm a creative, faith driven communicator and worshiper. I use the gifts God has given me to encourage, create, serve, and connect with people, especially young people who need someone to believe in them. So when I think about my unique value proposition, I think about the combination it has between my story and my gifts. I'm bringing my experiences, my creativity, my education, my communication skills, my ministry, and my testimony all under one story. I know what it feels like to need someone to see potential in you. So I want to be that person for someone else. If I had to put my personal brand into one statement, I would say I'm a creative communicator, worshiper, educator, and storyteller who uses the gift God has given me to create and serve others, especially young people, so they can see that their circumstances do not determine their future and they can see God in me. I don't want my brand to just be my career. I want my life to be the story. I want people to be able to look at my career, my ministry, my family, and the things I create and say, she lived in her purpose. I want to chase God, not because he's an ends to a mean. Like there's an exchange here. Like, no, I'm simply serving God because he is the bread of life. He is the living water. And he's the one whose likeness I want my life to reflect. That's the story I want my life to tell.